Welcome back to the channel. As you can see from the title, we're putting stacks on the T8. And I know what you're thinking. Oh, he got some 8-inch Dynaflex, or oh, he got some 7-inch Lincoln Chrome. Wrong. I got $250 marketplace specials. And yes, it's probably going to cause me more work, but I don't care, because I'm not spending $3,000 on a stack kit for this truck. It currently has one stack at the passenger side and nothing on the driver's side, so of course I had to get the Y-pipe, elbows, adapters, clamps, more elbows, more adapters, clamps for the stacks. I also had to get the cab mounting clamps, and that so I can put a stack here. And this is going to be awful because there's supposed to be a bracket. You can't even see. There's supposed to be a bracket in there on the frame, and I don't have it, so I'm going to have to make it. And I'm not spending $400. People want $400 on eBay for them for used, rusted out junk. That's not happening. I'm going to cobble something together with scrap metal. So without further ado, let's begin. We're going to start with the easy stuff first. Mounting the cab bracket. You get your handy dandy 1/4-inch drill bit and hope that they come out and don't strip or break. Okay. I have a better idea. Torqued to spec. Now, I flipped these bolts upside down because it was bothering me because they were facing the other way. That ain't going nowhere. Now, the next step. Taking that ugly thing off. Let's take this panel off. Well, I guess we wouldn't have to, but it would be a whole lot easier if I did. Pull that panel off so I can get my grubby little hands in there and take off. There's 2 guillotine clamps right here that lock it down, a band clamp right there, and then a band clamp right there, and there's an elbow section right here that we're replacing with the Y-pipe. This part is going in place of where that elbow is, and then it branches out and goes to the other side. Okay, so only 2 of them came out, so the grinder's gonna be my friend on the rest of them. Let me guess. There's a bolt up under there. Yeah, there was one more bolt. I just broke it off. Now we have a nice clear view of the AC lines, which are in, goodness gracious, which are in the way. Okay. Let's give it a little physical encouragement. That looks horrendous. Just had to cut the bottom of it. That thing was so rusted. It was not coming off there. So I took the grinder and just yinged around it. So now that we got the Freedom silencer off of there, let's start it up like this just to see what it sounds like. Because, you know, you have to do that. So I didn't really think this through because I sat there and revved it for so long. Now the exhaust pipe that I'm trying to work on is scalding hot. So it'll be all right. I'll figure it out. Now, need to get that clamp off and take these guillotines off to pop this little elbow piece off. So we can then take this, there's a strap down there holding this piece on. Need to get that off, and then need to take that band clamp off. Okay, the old is officially out, and now it's time to go in with the new. So I had to loosen this to fit it around that bell because that bell's thicker, and it wouldn't let that go down. It was like that far away, and it has to go on a thin piece of metal. So I took those two nuts off to let that come up. That way I can get it down more flat. And all I got's a nylon lock nut. I don't have any crimp lock nuts, so nylon's gonna have to work. Okay, I need to be at least right there. Now, if my estimated measurements are right, this needs to be chopped right about here. Not bad. Little wavy, but it could be a lot worse. Wow, this is way off. I had to move loosen some of the clamps up in the front to get this to wiggle all into place, and it fell right in place, so it's good now. The passenger side is done. It ain't no Dynaflex, but I think it looks pretty alright. I hate this, all the clamps and fittings, but I am very happy with how it turned out. Of course, we have to start it now. And yes, I know, half of the exhaust sound in the exhaust is going to go out the other side because it's open. I don't care. I want to hear the stack. So that's what I have so far. Got the passenger side on. It's getting late, so I'm going to continue this video tomorrow. So yeah. All right, I am back, and it's not the morning, it's night, because I ran all over creation trying to find the bracket that goes on the frame to hold the exhaust on this side. I was going to make one, but I don't have the right materials, and I found one on Marketplace, so I worked it out and went and got that one. So I just shot some paint on the back of it. It's sitting there drying right now. I now need to take these 4 bolts out so I can bolt that bracket up. And then once that bracket's bolted on, just clamp that piece of exhaust to it, throw some flex on it, throw the elbow on, stack on, and it's done. So I'm gonna get to it. So it looks like it's that one and that one. It looks like I'm only gonna be able to mate. I don't even think I can get the impact on that. These are all gonna have to be hand turned. All right, so I got the bolts out, and I didn't video it just because it took me a while, and I had to do a bunch of different things, try a bunch of different positions and everything. But I got them out. Got the bolts right here, so I'm gonna take those things to the wire wheel, get them cleaned up to help me out putting them things back on, so I don't feel like putting them together with rusty threads. But yeah, we'll get the bracket on. I'll get those cleaned up. We'll bolt the bracket on, and then we'll be good to mount that piece of exhaust pipe on there and keep going. I started putting it in. I completely forgot I was trying to make a YouTube video. It's a little harder to film on this side because I didn't take this side panel off. But what I'm going to do now is I'm going to set those guillotine clamps in here to try and judge like where this needs to be, so I can cut. I'm going to cut a piece of flex to connect those with flex right there. And then I'll have to chop that off right there. But I'm going to throw those clamps on there and get a measurement. Alright, get that tightened down and get these guillotines in and keep moving. Alright, finally got that all together. That was a bear. This isn't even technically the right pipe that goes here. This is where the Y pipe is. I just figured I'd use it here because it has that 45 bend in it. But the bend's not quite right because I can't get that second guillotine clamp in. Mainly because the band clamp's right there in the way. And it's just not quite on the right angle. But I think one will be fine. It moves a little bit. I don't know if you can see it. It moves a little bit up and down. So my only concern is the weight of the stack on there, kind of like bouncing and moving. But I think once it's like mounted up to the cab mount, I know that that mount's not made to hold weight. It's just made for like back and forth movement and side to side. But I think it'll be fine once it's all together. But now I need to cut this down Now I measured the other side. I think it's 3 inches out. That's where I want to cut. I was way off. It's 2 1/4. What I'll probably do at some point in the near future is get some new 6-inch miter cuts off the top, but it's not quite straight. And they both look good height-wise. You can see what I'm talking about now, how it's fallen down, but the bulk of the weight's supported there, and that top bracket will just hold it back, theoretically. And there it is. Ain't the most perfect thing, but shoot, I'll take it for now. Beats a stock muffler at the side. Yeah, I think I'm definitely gonna get different ones at some point, but I'm absolutely gonna rock these for a while. Now we gotta hear how it sounds. Semi is supposed to sound like. So I'll take it on a road test tomorrow because I'm going to use it to haul grain tomorrow. So I'll get some footage of it running down the road. I'm not going down the road right now. It's like 1 a.m. right now. So yeah, there it is. I'm happy with it. I'm gonna leave it like that for a little bit. I might get new stacks, might just leave it. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.